everybody, this is Tina. Hope you're doing well. We're getting down to the crunch. We got a couple days and it's Christmas. And so maybe you have a few people that you need to get gifts for. Maybe you want to make some stocking stuffers. Maybe you want to have a couple little add-on gifts. And this is all about making those gifts, making really special gifts that people will really want, and using things in your stash, things you already have or things that are readily available. So that is what this video is all about. I hope you enjoy it. This will be my last video before Christmas. I am going to be announcing the winner of my 6,000 subscriber giveaway in a community post tomorrow, Christmas Eve. So be looking for that. And also stay tuned toward the end of the video. I'll tell you how to enter into that if you're interested. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time, and have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't see you till then. Take care, guys.
Project number 1, and we actually have multiple projects all in one, but I grouped these together because they're similar. We are going to take 1 cup of sugar, just regular old sugar. You can use brown sugar for this if you want to. And then I'm going to be taking some coconut oil. It's kind of solid form. You do need to melt it. And then I'm going to take some shea oil and some cocoa oil and be mixing that in there. So I use 1/3 cup of the shea oil and cocoa oil, and then 1/3 cup of the coconut oil. After I've melted it down, I have a little hot plate on my desk. You can definitely do this in your microwave. And then I mix that up really, really good. I also, I'm going to add some essential oil. You can use whatever scent that you want. I'm going to use 4 tablespoons, or teaspoons, I'm sorry, of peppermint in there. And I'm going to mix that all up. And then I decide I want to add a little bit of mica powder. And that is just to give it some color. You can use food coloring. And I'm going to add a little extra sugar to this because I want it to be just a little bit less liquidy in there. And you mix it up really, really good and just put it in a jar. And this stuff is amazing. It really is fantastic to have around. It softens your skin and it's smooth, and I just love it. But anyway, that is so easy, and it has a wonderful peppermint smell. So now we're moving on to the next one, and I'm taking 1 cup of sugar. And then I'm adding 1 cup of Dead Sea bath salts. And this stuff has a rougher texture than just the sugar. And I'm putting 2 cups of the coconut oil in there. And then I'm going to go ahead, not cups, I'm sorry, 2/3 cups, 2/3. And then 2/3 cup of the shea oil and cocoa oil. And this time I'm going to put 4 teaspoons. Actually, I think I put more than that. I put 6 in of the peppermint. And I'm going to mix that up really, really good. And then I decide I want a lot more of my Dead Sea bath salts in there. So I probably put almost another whole cup. And now I'm adding some eucalyptus. So I put just about 6 of those in there as well. So I have the eucalyptus and the peppermint in there, and it's an amazing smell, guys. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my mica powder to that. And of course I'm adding more than I did the last time because this is basically double the batch. And I love this stuff. This mixture is what I make for myself. I used to buy something similar to this. If you are crafting, you get stuff all over your hands. This stuff is amazing. So then I'm going to put that in two smaller jars as well, and this will make two. Actually, a little extra, but not a lot. So anyway, basically, I fill up the jars and I kind of shake them down a little bit, and then it settles in there, and they pretty much fill up. I mean, this will fill up two full jars, and the scent will stay there, and this stuff is amazing on your hands. I love it. It's a little bit more intense than just a sugar scrub, but I like that, especially getting paint off my hands. So now we're on to the next one. So I put 1 cup of sugar in there, and now I'm going to put 1 cup of Epsom salt, which is a lot more coarse than the Dead Sea bath salts. So you really wouldn't want to use that on your hands. I mean, I don't like to. It's a little bit rough. And then I'm going to take 2 cups of the coconut oil and mix that all together really, really good. And then we're going to go ahead and add in some of our mica powder again and give it that green tint. We don't have to do that. It's not necessary, but I like to do that anyway. And I will go ahead and put probably about, I don't know how much it is, a capful, which I really, measuring wise, wouldn't really be able to tell you, maybe about a half a teaspoon. And I'm going to mix that up really, really good. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some of my Dead Sea bath salts to that. The Dead Sea is not quite as coarse as Epsom salt. Epsom salt's a lot more coarse. For a foot scrub, I like to use the Epsom salt. And now I'm going to add a little bit, about 1/3 of my shea butter in there. I like to add the shea butter because it stays more liquid, and it's just such a really wonderful feeling. I also added peppermint and the eucalyptus to that as well. I didn't show you, but anyway, I did do that. And now I'm putting it into a bigger jar, and this makes an amazing foot scrub. It works extremely well. It's a lot more coarse than the hand scrubs, but because of the Epsom salt. But I mean, you could use it on your hands if you wanted to. Anyway, what I do for all of these is I just take some labels that I got from the Dollar Tree and a marker, and I hand write the labels. If you wanted to, you could definitely print those out, or you could use your stamps, but I felt like that was fine for me. I took some red and white striped twine to go in there. I thought that would be pretty with the green. And I just put that on the smaller jars and kind of just decorated those with just a bow in the front. I thought that looked cute. And then I had these little sprigs of evergreen, and I just tied some of that same twine around those. And this is just all optional. I mean, obviously you decorate it any way you want to, but I do think that the presentation is nice. And on the foot scrub, I used just a red and white ribbon that I had, and I went ahead and just tied just a little very simple bow in front, and the labels up in front. All of them have their little label, and the label's black. I think it goes good with it. As I said, I mean, you can make it as fancy as you want to. And I had a little bit bigger sprig for that, and I just hot glued it to the top of each of these jars just to kind of jazz it up a little bit. And I really love these. These are great to give as gifts. You know, I don't know. They're easy to make. I think I did all of this uh, in less than maybe an hour for sure. And you can, you know, multiply the recipe to make as much as you want. I just wanted to kind of show you how to quickly make this, but it's very, very easy. And, you know, I don't know. I love it. And of course, you can make it lavender or you can make it any type you want. I'm just doing the peppermint and the eucalyptus just because it's Christmas time. So anyway, I am just gluing these little sprigs on the top just to kind of jazz it up. You could definitely tuck them inside. You could put the label inside. And I also have part of our next project sitting out on this little display because I thought it looked cute. So anyway, that is how they look. I think they turned out super, super cute. You can get jars from the Dollar Tree. You can get little jars from the grocery store. You can use jars that you already have. And this is just a wonderful little extra gift to give someone, or just to have some of these around to have, you know, for a gift for someone. So project number 2, this is actually quite a few projects again, all in one. Um, I have my little melting pot out, and I figured since I have it out, we're going to just make a few other things. I have a little hot plate that I bought off of Amazon that I absolutely love when I am making little things like this in my craft room, and I will try and remember to link that. If I don't, guys, please remind me. But anyway, I am taking, you know those little melts that you get that you put in the warmers? I am taking a bunch of those, probably about a total of 12, and I'm melting them down. And I have they're evergreen, and a few of them are frankincense. So I'm kind of mixing them together. I mix them all the time, but I always try and mix ones that probably would smell good together. And these are some little molds that I got from the Dollar Tree. You can buy these little things everywhere. These are like little candy molds. Of course, you can use them for other things. You can make soap, or you can do what we're doing. So I am going to go ahead after these have melted down, and this little hot plate that I have melts them pretty quick. So I'm just, after they're melted down and mixed, I am just putting them in this mold, and I let them set for a good, I don't know, an hour. And you can speed it up a little and put them in the freezer if you want. So now I have these two tops that I got from some jars from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to jazz those up a little bit. I just have some silver paint that I had from Fusion, and I think this is iron something. I can't remember what it is, but I'm just going over this and stippling these jars because I just think they look kind of, they look kind of cheapy, and they're actually good little jars. They have a seal on them, and I want my jars when I do this stuff to have a seal because I don't want it to leak or anything, because you do have kind of a liquid oil type in there, and of course you don't want it to evaporate either. So, but I don't like how these jars look. And then now what I'm doing is I'm just taking, after this dries, I'm adding some rub and buff to add a little dimension to this. I want this to look like it's just an old metal jar, basically. Maybe more galvanized, I guess. And I also, after I do the silver rub and buff, I use a little bit of black. And my goal is to make it look like a kind of a galvanized look. And I think it kind of does when it's done. I think it looks better anyway. And anyway, what I'm doing now is I'm popping these out. And I did put them in the freezer, not even, maybe 10 minutes. Just it helps get them out and keeps them from breaking. And I'm going to pop all of them out. They come out pretty easily. You could use a lot of your IOD molds if you have some that are a little deeper. You want a reasonably deep mold because you want these to be, a decent size. You don't want them to be too thin. Anyway, I just take them and then I put them in the jar. And one of those little things will fill up one jar. And these are just wax melts for people. And it's a cool gift to give people. And of course, you've made your own fragrance by mixing them. And then, of course, you want to just kind of wrap it the way you want to. I've just taken some different red ribbon that I have. I like mixing the red and the green. That's why I made those green, and those were like little trees. So I thought, well, okay, they're going to be green. And I don't even really tie a bow. I just kind of tie like a little knot thing in front because I didn't really want it to be too fancy. And then I take these little sprigs. I got these sprigs off of Amazon, I think last year. And if I can find them, I'd put them in there. But just use whatever little greenery that you have. And actually, I just tuck those in there. And again, I use these same labels that I got from Dollar Tree. And I just hand wrote on there wax melts. And it's a cute little gift to give somebody. And honestly, I think the scent that I made is better than the ones you buy. So, you just put them in your little wax melter thing. So now what I'm doing is I have these little jars. This is one I thrifted, and the other one comes from a yogurt. And I'm showing you, I have the little black top. You can, not black, wooden tops. You can buy those on Amazon. You don't have to use those, but if you want to, you can. I don't use it in this one, but I wanted to show you that you definitely can get the little tops for those. And the yogurt also has like a bluish purple yogurt cup too that I make candles out of, and I think I did that before on this channel, but I wanted to show you something different. And so now what we're doing is we're using the Gilded Tinsel Transfer by IOD, and I am just picking out some transfers to put on these jars. And I'm just going to be putting some transfers on them. So this is super easy to do. These tinsel transfers, the gilded transfers, are really actually extremely easy to use. The key is to not over rub them. And I think some people just do that, but you don't have to. And look how beautiful that looks. And this is just a little yogurt jar. And then I'm taking this little angel. Now, she's not going to fit on there perfectly. Part of her won't fit, but most of her will. So I'm going to go ahead and put the angel on. And this is just a little glass that I thrifted. I think I probably paid 25 cents for it. And I end up deciding that I wanted to put something on the back. So I go back and I look. And this thing is loaded with things to use. And at Christmas time, I think this is a real plus. It's great for tags, all that kind of thing. I had meant to be able to do a video on packaging things, but hey, never got around to it. But anyway, you can imagine all the wonderful things you could do with that. So I'm just going to take some wording out to put on one of them. And there's one page that has all different wording like this, and I'm just going to cut out Peace on Earth, and then I'm going to cut that up into pieces and put that on one of them. And you basically just go in and cut out what you want, and then cut out the pieces and use them accordingly. So after I open my transfers, guys, I have like little plastic sleeves I put them in because you end up having little pieces all over the place. So anyway, I'm going to put Peace on Earth on one of these, and on the other one I'm going to go ahead and put another little like holly arrangement type thing, and you just rub it on just like we did before. They go on very, very easily. I do not put a top coat on these. I don't put top coats on transfers when I'm doing them on glass because I don't want to foggy up the glass. But I do burnish them down. Basically, I just take the shiny white portion and rub it down, or I rub it down on the foil transfers with my finger. But I don't put a top coat on it because most of the time that will make your glass cloudy. Now what I'm doing is I have a candle making kit, and if you don't have a kit, you can definitely just take an old wick, or you can take a piece of string and melt some wax on it, and it will do exactly the same thing. You can take a popsicle stick and put a hole in it, and if you don't have candle wax like I do that you can melt, you can definitely just melt a candle. What I did here for my scent is I took a bunch of those wax melts and I mixed it with my wax. And I did buy wax to use, but as I said, you can definitely just melt down an old candle. And here I have two pretty little teacups and saucers. And I am going to make candles out of those. These make great little gifts to give people. They absolutely love them. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. This is just a little sticky thing to put the wick on. But like I said, you could use a string and you can dip it in wax. And you can actually just tape down the bottom with some masking tape, and it will do exactly the same thing. And you can take a popsicle stick and put a little hole in it in the middle, and it will hold this up. But this is a little kit that I have, and it did not cost much at all. And it did come with the soy wax, but I have melted down candles before and mixed it in with the wax melts. Anyway, that's some quick and easy candles. They smell amazing. Of course, you could always use whatever type of essential oil and put that in there with it. I just felt like you can buy those wax melts and mix them with the candle wax, and they smell amazing. Super easy, and they make wonderful, wonderful gifts. Now, I did not include in this picture the little wax melts that we made because I included it in my last picture, but you'll see it again at the end. Anyway, and the teacups, I also make those to sell in my booth, and I sell out of them all the time. So if you can get some teacups and do that, they sell really well. And all these little candles, I do the little yogurt cups all the time, and I sell out of those. All right, project number 3. Like I said, there's multiple projects in each one of these, but I've kind of grouped them together. So I have these different bags that I A couple of them I got at Dollar Tree. The other one is some canvas bags that I bought off of Amazon, but you can buy them at Michael's, you can buy them at Hobby Lobby, and I think they even have some similar to it at Walmart. And I am going to be doing something with each of these. This is a great gift if you're going to do like a gift card. You can stash a gift card in there. That's what I'm going to be doing with them, and possibly putting a few other things. But anyway, here are some leftover transfers that I have, and I am going to go ahead and be putting this is just pieces of the Joy to Roses, which is a gorgeous transfer. But this is the leftover pieces, so don't ever throw them away. And I am going to be just putting this on this canvas bag. And I will tell you guys, these transfers rub off so easy on canvas. So if you've not ever done it on canvas, you've got to try that. Now I'm going to try and go all the way around here and get the other side just to keep it going. And I just rub it. They really do come off super easy. So I don't, if you've never tried it, try it, because they work extremely well. And this canvas is really pretty much the texture of drop cloth. So to give you an idea. And now I'm taking another piece. I want to include that butterfly. So I'm going to figure out where I'm going to cut it. And of course that one side's cut, and we will overlap it so it doesn't look like it's just cut. And we go ahead and add all those pieces. And this is one of the easiest projects ever, and I think it maybe took me, I don't know, 15 minutes. You could make just tons of these if you have, scraps of transfers, or even any transfers, your Christmas transfers. I didn't do these Christmas, but you could definitely have made them with some of your Christmas transfers for sure. So, and as I said, the transfers rub off on this fabric so easy. And so now I'm taking another piece because I don't like that sharp edge. And then I'm adding this other little rose just around the edges there, just to add a little bit more. And I'm telling you guys, this is so pretty. And this was just some scraps that maybe you might have thrown away. So I'm going to fix that there. I don't like how that looks, so I'm going to add that there. And really, this was so easy. And it's such a satisfying thing to do. So anyway, we're just going to rub that on. And now I'm just taking some parchment paper and I'm putting that in the middle because we're going to be using some fabric Mod Podge. And this is made to basically protect your surface. And I start to put it on and it's really kind of thick. So I go ahead and I add a little water to it in a cup. I don't know if it's supposed to be that thick, but I really did not want it on quite that thick. So I just add a little bit of water to it. It was very thick. And I've never used this before, but it's supposed to protect the surface and also keep it pliable, and not be overly stiff. I think if you used some sort of a top coat, it would get very stiff, and I didn't want that. So that's why I got this. I don't know if you could use regular Mod Podge or a top coat. I definitely think you could probably use Scotch Guard if you had that. But anyway, I'm going over this. I'm going over the entire bag. And I probably made it a little bit too watery now. But I go over the whole thing and let that dry completely. And I would think that more coats would offer more protection. So if you wanted to do it like 2 or 3 times, you could. So now what I'm doing is I'm moving on to this pink bag that I bought. It's like a makeup bag that I got from the Dollar Tree for from $1.25. And I am working on with the brocante transfer. And I found this gorgeous whatever French bird thing there. And I'm telling you, the transfer went on really, really easy on the canvas bag, but this was crazy easy. It just went right off. So if you see, and this is a nylon, so definitely pick these up if you're wanting to decorate them, because boy, it was really easy, and I think it turned out really gorgeous. So now I'm looking for something to put on the back, and I decide I'm going to look in the traditional pots. If you don't have this one, guys, get it. The same thing with the brocante. They're just so many wonderful transfers in there that you can use for so many different things. So I pick out one for here, and I'm going to put that on the back. And again, this transfer went on so easy on this nylon. It just basically just was like rub it one time over the top, and they came off perfectly, no problems whatsoever. And I takes this very simple plain Dollar Tree bag and makes it something a little special. And of course, you could put a little gift card or something in it. That's what I plan to do. You could put makeup in it. It's a makeup bag. Anyway, all I know is this is one of the easiest things I've ever transferred on. And I know they make backpacks and things like that. Super, super cute. Now, I did go over this again with that Mod Podge. Like I said, I think probably Scotchgard would work the same. I did burnish it first with the shiny part of the transfer sheet. And this does dry completely clear, by the way. And it's very, very flexible. You can't even tell it's on when it dries. So it does work well, okay? Now this last one is more of a vinyl. And this is just like a little money type purse thing. And I'm using Fairy Tale Floral by IOD. And this is a very antique kind of looking, very old look. I really love these. And I thought this really, really looked well with the black. And so, okay, now this one, it went on even easier. So, just to give you an idea, all I'm saying is check out these different textures and fabrics, because it goes on really well. So I decide I have to find something smaller, so I take a piece of this little transfer. It's from the same book, the Fairy Tale Florals, and these colors against the black look really, really cool. And again, I'm going to put a little gift card in here with it. But definitely, even by itself, it's a cute little gift. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So, again, I go over this with the same fabric Mod Podge. And I really think the difference on this and regular Mod Podge is it just supposedly stays flexible, which it did. So anyway, here they are, guys. I think these turned out to be super, super cute. Wonderful little gifts. Did not take any time at all. It actually took longer just deciding what to use than to make them. So, and for the Mod Podge to dry. So try these, guys. Super, super, super easy. So if you are interested in winning the 6,000 subscriber giveaway, all you have to do is comment on this video and be a subscriber. It's only for people in the United States, unfortunately, and you will be entered. Anyway, if you would like to purchase any of these transfers that you saw in the video and other items that I have, paint, etc., you can visit rehatchdesigns.com. The link is in the description box. And I am going to be taking a little break for Christmas, and then I will be back after that. So be looking for the post on my community post of the winner of the giveaway. That will be out tomorrow. And then I will be back soon. So you guys take care. Have a Merry Christmas. And thank you so much for all your support. I greatly appreciate it. And just love you guys and hope to see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.